my whole life goal has always been the Olympic gold medal. Even just being at the Olympics. So when I was in 2020 or 2021, when I finally got that Olympian, I was like, okay, what's next?
I don't think there's any regrets. I think athletes are a lot of times like scared to put that out there of like, hey, I want to win the Olympic gold, because there's a lot that comes with that. But it's like, we do want to win.
She knows it. I think that the crowd knows it. That was just a little bit short. She got all the board too. Looked like a fair jump, but nothing beats your first World Championships medal. Infectious, bubbly, joyful, and she's been on a journey.
I got that second place before I even was at the championship because of the lack of things I did before.
Lane 6 is now empty. Hunter Woodall does not start.
There's nothing he can do. You have to have a full toolkit. You need a prosthetist to help you out. And he's so gutted because this was his moment. This is his favorite race. This was his chance in front of the world.
That was it, and then I had to watch that final go, and I had to sit on the side and just like watch it all kind of slip out of my hands. It was my responsibility, and I wasn't prepared. So like this year, like I spent 2.5 months in Italy working with prosthetists out there to like do what I need to do and create what I need to create and like have the setup I need to be successful. And it's great. Like I'm running the best I've ever ran. I'm the strongest I've ever been. Like our bodies are feeling healthy, and like we're in a good spot.
Oh my God. Oh God.
Oh, y'all.
That's what I asked for.
That second place it's cute, and I'm being genuine. I know I showed up that day, but I didn't show up that day. Second place has flipped a switch for me. I show up to practice on time. I grind harder than I ever have. I pay attention harder than I ever have. I'm frustrated about the small things because I know those small things are important. I never thrown up in a workout before, but it might happen today. And last year I was kind of just going with the flow. Yes, I was training hard, but I didn't give it 100% my best effort. And now this year, I'm definitely giving all that I can because it's so just for one moment.
Olympic champion. Just gonna take look right there.
I know how I felt getting second place. Yes, I was happy, but it was just like, I was so close. And it took one jump for someone to take it away from me. And like, I have to put something out so far that no one can touch it. And that's what I'm doing now. I'm training that hard so I can do that.
World Championships can change your career, but the Olympics can change your life. Like it is a very different, it's a different beast. Mm-hmm. And it's like, it's just a stage with so much awareness, so much like understanding of what the Olympics are, so much excitement, especially like athletics, in my opinion, is the premier event in the Olympics, in the Summer Olympics. Might be a little biased, but that's where I stand.
Don't travel. Yeah, there we go. That's it. Good. Feels good to feel good.
If you can hold it together and you can go to the Olympics and like do what you need to do, like it really can change your life, like your entire life. Like people have made careers just on Olympic performances.
Oh my God. I love it. I definitely have never worked this hard in my entire life.
The hardest I've ever worked, for sure. In the fall. That's saying a lot. That can skyrocket what happens after your career on the track. Whereas if you go and win a world championship, it's really going to benefit you in your career while you're running track and field. Mm-hmm. So there's just more on the line.
Every day is a sacrifice. Like, I have sacrifice written on my body. I learned the word sacrifice, I think, at the age of like 6. Some days I just want to stay in bed all day. Some days I want to put my body in such a bad position. But like I can't do that because I am trying to win an Olympic gold. Like every second I'm thinking about how to become better or what's the best way that I should live right now. And I feel like that's sacrificing literally everything.
I was always like taught and told that sacrifice is just like giving something up you want now for something you want more in the future. So like Tara says, like it's not always like this big heroic move that you're making that is sacrifice. It's like giving up going swimming with your friends or that moment, or like your summer vacations of hanging out or going on trips, or yeah, like just doing these little things that like you know aren't the best thing for you for your athletic career. And it's like part of it too is like even when you do make those decisions, because we're, as far as athletes go, like pretty liberal with the decisions we make and the things we do. Like we like to have fun, we like to enjoy our lives, but it's like that is also a sacrifice. It's like now you're sacrificing the other side of what you're doing. You're sacrificing your athletic career, sacrificing your performance, whatever it is, to have that fun. It's like, and now you have to live with that decision. And I think like things like that are why athletes are one of the highest levels of people with bad mental health, because like everything you decide to do is a sacrifice on one side of your life. And yeah, it's tough. It's really tough. And it's not guaranteed either. I can sacrifice all of these things for 4 years and the day comes and it doesn't go my way. I think sacrifice and discipline are in a lot of ways like the same thing. It's like sacrificing things is being disciplined enough to make the right decisions.
You can't be disciplined if you don't have sacrifice.
Yeah.
Once I start looking back on my training or my sleeping or my eating or just stupid things I did, and it's like, for what?
Call them like free points. That's what we call them this year. Like we're missing all these free points, like things that we could be doing for free that like we're missing out on just because like we just didn't do it. Like you could sleep better. That's free. Like you don't have to do nothing but sleep better. You can drink more water every day. Like free point. So it's like all of these things that we didn't notice. And I think genuinely like part of it comes from a place of like it is almost harder to give something everything you got, because then if it doesn't happen the way you want, you don't have an excuse. You don't have a reason, right? If I give 100% of my effort at this one thing and it doesn't go my way, I have to live with that. Whereas if I slack off here, I slack off there, and the thing doesn't go my way, I'd be like, oh yeah, well I wasn't feeling great, or I didn't do this thing, or I didn't do that thing.
It's easy
like,
to make an excuse.
It's so easy to make an excuse. And then you don't feel like the blame is on you. Whereas when you give everything you got, the result is the result of what you did, and that's it. And it's kind of scary. I think it's fair to have standards or like expectations.
Yeah.
But it's like, personally, I think that, shoot, if I mean, when Tara was at the Olympics, she placed 6th. She was like so mad at herself. And we're like, dude, you got to take a step back and understand what it is that you just did. So it's like, I don't know, being able to celebrate the wins a little bit more and not dwell so much on the losses, I think is big, but it's also really hard because, I mean, you have expectations and you have, dreams and goals and all of these things. So it can be tough when it doesn't play out the way you want. And then you have 1,000 other voices telling you how you should feel about it. It's nice that you never have to wonder how you did. Like, like there's an objective figure that's going to tell you how you did relative to what you normally do. So that part of it is really nice. Like, I don't have to wonder what my best race was because I know what my best race was. It was the one with the best time. Or like Tara doesn't have to wonder what her best jump was. It was the one with the farthest distance. So that is like comforting. Like you never have to second guess that, but also in the same way, it's like, is the output equivalent to the effort? You know what I mean? Like, is the result equivalent to the effort? That can be challenging.
And it could be the 1 centimeter, or it could be the hundredths of a second. And the hard work leading up to it, knowing that you're working for something so minute in some people's world, but it's so big in your world that this is what keeps me going. I don't know what else I could do to feel that.
What the Are you proud of yourself?